Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of WITM Season 5. And it is time for Survivor Series, the only event of the year where Raw and SmackDown superstars go head to head to battle it out for brand supremacy. But before we get into the battle for brand supremacy, it's the Cruiserweight's time to shine as Mustafa Ali gets his title opportunity that he earned by defeating WITM superstar Andrew against the Cruiserweight champion Lindsay Dorado. We have not seen anybody besides Andrew Spud Strong or Lindsay Dorado hold the Cruiserweight championship since all the way back since WITM Season 3 and WWE 2K17. Will Mustafa Ali change that trend? No, he will not. Lindsay Dorado is going to remain your Cruiserweight champion by defeating Mustafa Ali. So the trend continues. Lindsay Dorado and Andrew have had a firm hold over the Cruiserweight championship, and Mustafa Ali fails to cash in on his earned opportunity. It'll be interesting to see what the future holds for the Cruiserweight Championship. Who will Andrew be able to rise up from the 7th spot and be the next challenger, or will someone else try to become the first man besides Andrew or Lindsay Dorado to become Cruiserweight Champion since Season 3? Now let's load up our main save. And it is time for the brand warfare to begin. And the real life Survivor Series ended about half an hour ago. It was Monday Night Raw getting the full sweep over SmackDown Live, 6-0.
And what a great way to start us off. Tag team action on the way.
But what will happen here in our version of Survivor Series? We're going to start off with the women as representing Raw, Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha Banks take on representing SmackDown Live, Naomi, Carmella, Asuka, and Mandy Rose. And score one for Monday Night Raw. It's going to be the Raw women picking up the victory to kick off the brand warfare on Survivor Series over the SmackDown women. So Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha Banks of Raw defeat Naomi, Carmella, Asuka, and Mandy Rose. Next up, it's Raw women versus SmackDown women once again. It's our first champion versus champion match of Survivor Series. As the Raw Women's Champion, Natalya, takes on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sonya Deville. And SmackDown, we will not see a clean sweep as we did in real life. SmackDown gets on the board, making it 1-1, as the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sonya Deville, defeats the Raw Women's Champion, Natalya. Next up, we have another champion versus champion match, this time the minor champions of each brand, as Bobby Lashley, accompanied by his hype man Lio Rush, the Intercontinental Champion and representing Monday Night Raw, takes on the new United States Champion, Shelton Benjamin, representing SmackDown Live. And Raw takes the lead up 2-1. Bobby Lashley, the Intercontinental Champion, defeating the United States Champion, Shelton Benjamin. Next up, it's the Raw Tag Team Champions versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Connor and Victor, the Ascension, from Monday Night Raw, taking on Sanity from SmackDown Live, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And we are even once again at 2-2. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sanity, defeat the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Ascension. And now we get into our first WITM matchup. Now, of course, in real life, a traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match is 5-on-5. However, since we can only do a max of 4-on-4, I decided that we are going to have 2 3-on-3 or 6-man elimination tag team matches. So for a total of 6-on-6. If the same brand wins both matches, they'll be declared the winner. If Team Raw wins one match and then Team SmackDown wins the other match, then the non-eliminated members of both winning teams will face off in 1/3 and final matchup. So our first 3-on-3 matchup features Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon, and The Miz representing SmackDown Live, taking on Drew McIntyre, WITM's Dalton Roush, and Braun Strowman representing Monday Night Raw. Let's get that first match, part 1 of the 6-on-6 elimination tag team match, loading up.
And coming up is a contest where things can get out of hand very quickly against a tuned group of combatants.
All right. So on SmackDown Live, the team captain of the SmackDown Live Survivor Series men's team is The Miz. Of course, they also have the commissioner of SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon, making a rare appearance as an in-ring competitor, and of course, the WWE veteran, future Hall of Famer, the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. On Team Raw, the main question is, will these three men be able to coexist? Braun Strowman and Dolph Ziggler used to be part of the same stable, allied with each other. McIntyre would turn on Strowman, hitting him with his signature Claymore kick, and there's been a major animosity between those two men ever since. Meanwhile, Dalton Roush and Braun Strowman have had a back-and-forth rivalry ever since Hell in a Cell, where Dalton called out Braun for waiting for cashing in his Money in the Bank contract for a match that he wouldn't participate in for another few weeks, which meant that Dalton, despite being the #1 contender at the time, got robbed of a Universal Championship opportunity. So, while there's no real major disagreements on the SmackDown side, there are some major disagreements on Team Raw. Will they be able to coexist? Will that be a factor in this matchup? Excuse me. Let's get our first 3-on-3 matchup in the 6-on-6 elimination tag team match underway. Team SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy, and The Miz versus Team Raw, Dalton Roush, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman.
Oh, man, the excitement level just went through the roof in this arena. One half of Team Extreme. The charismatic enigma about to grace the WWE Universe with his presence.
The following contest is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds.
A true daredevil in every sense of the word, Jeff Hardy is immune to fear. Synonymous with tag team title reigns, a former United States champion, former World Heavyweight champion. And what's amazing to think about, guys, is that the career of Jeff Hardy started at just the young age of 16 when he made his Here comes the commish!
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Shane O'Mac!
Dollar, dollar.
Making his way to the ring from New York City,
career Shane's here to make miserable tonight. Start, Commissioner Hothead is out of his mind. Completely unlikable. You know, guys, I talked to some of the members of the Mean Street Posse. They don't want anything to do with Shane O'Mac anymore.
I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player done scooped your honey.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Awesome!
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees.
Making his way to the ring, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds,
There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to say goodbye to the good old days.
Go ahead, Corey. Tell us all about The Miz. The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B-show to D-show. A star of stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything The Miz hasn't done? Say all that, Corey? Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. I happen to be a hopeful for consideration for a Mizzy this year. Really? That's right. Mizzy? Oh, come on. That would be awesome, Corey. That would be ridiculous. Where would you put it? On my mantle with my most prized possession. Are you encouraging him, Michael? I would love that.
And I'll write your final verse.
This man is a real force. Drew McIntyre. Revamped attitude. Revamped appearance.
and his opponent. First, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre's made it his mission to eliminate all the complacency in WWE. You know, Drew McIntyre arrived and he was the chosen one. Handpicked by WWE Chairman Mr. McMahon. And Drew will admit that he became complacent. Felt like he didn't have to work hard to get to the top. When he got fired, he went away, he got a new attitude, and now he's back, bigger and badder than ever, with a vengeance. Yeah, this new attitude from Drew McIntyre dictates he will take
And his opponent. First, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 257 pounds, Dalton.
Guys, we have a huge six-man tag team match coming up here.
For me, Michael, the biggest storyline heading into this match will be whether or not these teams can truly coexist.
The monster among men is here!
And his opponent. First, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
The earth is trembling with each step. anything not to get stuck inside the ring with Braun Strowman. Oh, Byron, I would pay all of my bank account to watch you get these hands.
Quiet. I don't want him to hear you.
Yeah, you start to feel like there's nothing Braun Strowman can't do. Well, there is one thing we know for a fact Braun Strowman can't do, and that is be stopped. The monster among men is unbelievable. Plenty on the line here in this huge.
And there's a bell. This match is underway.
Don't look now, but this has all the makings of those six-man classics we used
Jeff
to see
Hardy getting things started for Team SmackDown Live.
Looking to squeeze his
Drew McIntyre getting things started for Team Raw.
That metaphor was
A few things of note you may notice: I made custom attires for everybody involved in this 6-on-6.
And it's a monstrous powerbomb.
Team Raw versus Team SmackDown matchup. T-shirts or attire and the colors of each member's brand.
The night's not even over yet, guys, and I'm already seeing
Hardy
fans on
heading to the
social
middle
media
rope.
saying that this is the WWE pay-per-view of the year. And you know what? I think I agree.
And a body splash by Hardy. McIntyre with reversal. And a stomp to the chest of Hardy. Now working the arm.
Man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
There's a reversal by Hardy.
Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media,
And an Irish whip into a Team SmackDown corner.
here. This has been a heck of a match so far.
Reversal by McIntyre. And a spear to the COO of SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon.
Of the calendar year.
And a suplex to the captain of Team SmackDown Live, The Miz. McIntyre, one-man wrecking
He's just so dominant.
crew. Clearing house here on Team SmackDown Live, trying to make a statement here early on in this matchup. There's an Irish whip into the Team SmackDown Live
No
corner.
surprise that the sold-out
In comes the
signs
COO
went
of
up early on
SmackDown
this one,
Live,
guys.
Shane McMahon.
Anytime a WWE pay-per-view rolls into town, you can bet it will be the hottest ticket around.
And there's a reversal by McIntyre with a Russian leg sweep. Drags McMahon closer to center ring, or rather closer into the Team Raw corner. In comes the premier talent, Dalton Roush. He's been on fire lately, the winner of the WWE World
that
Cup.
the sold-out signs went up fairly quickly for
Defeated
this
the
one.
Universal
Or is
Champion
WWE
Dean Ambrose in non-title action. Defeated one of his opponents, or rather one of his teammates tonight,
I don't know if there was
Braun Strowman on the previous Raw. But tonight those two rivals will have to go legends.
Oh man, right to the arm. Hyperextend.
Stomp to the back of the leg.
Oh man, right to the arm.
Stomp to the
Hyperextend your elbow.
The real-life winner of the WWE World Cup, Shane McMahon, versus WITM's
trying to
winner
take
of the
out the
WWE
back
World
here.
Cup, Dalton Roush right now. McMahon trying to drag Dalton
The
closer
spotlight's
to
definitely on these superstars
Team
here tonight.
SmackDown's
Anytime you have the opportunity to compete on a
And in
pay-per-view,
comes the captain
you
of
can
Team
bet the
SmackDown
whole
Live, The Miz.
WWE Universe.
Team
You'll
Raw
be
is
watching.
captained by the acting Raw General Manager, Baron Corbin,
With the
who is not
clothesline.
part
He's starting to stumble here.
of these matches.
I think it's safe to say that the action
Dalton
so
trying to
far
get to
in this
his
six-man
corner,
tag team match
but
is
will be
exactly
stopped by The
what we
Miz.
expected.
The Miz and Dalton Roush have quite a bit in common, of course, two
As Michael was saying
superstars
earlier,
who
the entire WWE universe
has
is
split
undoubtedly
time between
watching this
Hollywood
match.
and the
And while I've
WWE.
never competed on a WWE pay-per-view, I would have to think
We got a cover.
There's a drop kick by The Miz, goes for a cover. Dalton powers out immediately to avoid being the first elimination in the 6-on-6. Miz
And he hits a hellacious neck breaker.
with a huge neck breaker. Braun and McIntyre both holding their hands out, but Dalton can't quite
As you can
get
bet the
there. Now
champ
he's
is
Irish
paying
whipping
attention to this one.
Team
It's only a
SmackDown Live's
matter of
corner.
time
In
before
comes
that gold is
Shane
on the line
McMahon.
against the #1 contender.
Looks like he's pinpointing the
And
back.
it's a double
He's
team
on his
between the
heels.
captain of Team
Rather than
SmackDown Live
continuing to absorb any
and the
more punishment,
COO,
he
the
might want to
commissioner
tag
of
out here.
SmackDown
He's not
Live.
looking like himself right now, and I hate to say it, but this might be the
With a
beginning of
fist
the
drop
end
to the
for
head
him
of Dalton. Again, Dalton trying to get to his corner for a tag.
Well, if the
but
champ's
stopped
not
by
paying
Shane
attention to
McMahon.
this match, as Corey suggested, we may very well be looking at the next champion in the ring right now in the #1 contender.
I don't know, Michael. I don't think the champion is so
reversal by Dalton.
not to do the necessary homework,
Stop to
especially
the
considering
chest.
how dominant the #1 contenders looked lately.
Dalton.
And a perfectly executed
Going to work on that arm of Shane McMahon. We've seen Dalton use moves like that too much success as of
in off
late.
the tag.
And now he finally will make that tag to the sinister Scotsman, Drew McIntyre. We saw him
Seems like we're back where we
a
began,
one-man
Michael.
wrecking
Watching this
earlier on the match,
I can't help
getting
but think
inflict
how
more
much
damage
pay-per-views have grown
on
over
Team
the years.
SmackDown here.
I mean, remember the
Perhaps
ones back in the
one of
1980s, which were great, don't get me wrong, but now
Man.
they've really grown into such a major
Reversed by
spectacle.
McIntyre. Power strip into the corner.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
Flying elbow by McIntyre. McMahon trying to get into his corner, only to be dragged further away from it by McIntyre. Which stomps to the back. McIntyre getting fired up.
WWE pay-per-views today really take over the entire
Power
city,
strip
and
into
people
the
travel from
SmackDown
all over
Live
the world
corner.
just to say they were
And
a
in
part
comes
of
The Miz for another double team
pay-per-view.
attack.
Yeah, I actually met fans from 3 different countries during breakfast earlier today. All of them were here in town specifically for this WWE pay-per-view.
Only one place to go when you're stuck in the fireman's carry.
Yeah, down.
McIntyre
And I
can't
can
quite
tell
make
you
that
it's not a
tag.
pleasant
now
trip.
Miz has him up on the shoulders
now
and
Shane
uses
is
that top
really
rope there as a
fired up.
weapon.
Guys, I don't think I recall ever seeing a more
Miz
dominant
targeting the
#1
leg of
contender. The
McIntyre,
champ
trying to
might
neutralize
as
some
well
of that
just
speed.
hand over the title now.
Pete stumps to the chest before now Miz getting fired up. Miz debating whether to keep up the offense or make a tag. He elect to stay in the ring and continue to go after
Oh, he's such a
McIntyre.
tough target.
But McIntyre able to get back to
I'm
his
not
feet.
ready
and
to anoint a new
clothesline.
champion. Over the years, we've seen #1 contenders enter matches with enormous
McIntyre.
amounts of momentum on their side, only to end up falling
When
short
said
in
Miz
their
tumbling
quest
on the
to become
outside as he
champion.
gets fired
The
up.
most glaring example was of Lex Luger in 1993.
And
when
we
the
head
Lex
on
Express
to the
rolled into
outside.
SummerSlam that year. I think the entire WWE
Great place
universe
to wear down
expected
your
him
opponents.
to walk out as champion. Of course, though,
That outside ring environment, and also of note, I turned off count out, so hopefully, I know on last night's NXT
This really
TakeOver,
has been an amazing
we ran into several
pay-per-view up to
issues
this
where
point, which really
glitches
shouldn't
on the
surprise anybody,
outside
especially given how
caused people
stacked
to
the
get
card is.
eliminated. I turned countouts off, so hopefully we won't have any more eliminations being
Using the
glitched,
foot
like
here.
the ones that kind of hampered NXT TakeOver last night.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match. Oh.
McIntyre showing off some
The
of that
excitement
power.
level is incredibly high.
Miz
as
is able
Corey
to
was saying.
reverse
It's been
and
that way since
cut
well
down the
before
legs
doors
of
even opened.
McIntyre.
Earlier this afternoon, WWE.com
Miz.
cameras caught the scene as thousands of fans were outside the arena just waiting to get
Forces
inside.
McIntyre back
it was
into
a
the
great
ring.
video, Michael. It was like a mass of humanity just waiting for
slams
the
the head
doors to
of
open so they can
McIntyre
spill
onto
into
the
their
edge of that
seats.
apron.
I gotta say,
Forces
those guys
McIntyre
at
up.
Look at this. Miz. Step
there's a signature
DDT.
maneuver
The
by
Miz is going to
Miz.
clinch it right here.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
That'll
Stop to
readjust
the
your
leg.
spine.
Stop
We
to
may
the
very
arm.
well be seeing the finisher here very
Miz
shortly.
getting
guys, and
fired
when
up
that
here.
happens, you can bet this one's going to be over.
Drew McIntyre gets out of
Reversal
the
by
way.
McIntyre. McIntyre getting fired up now himself.
The Miz was able to
Reversal
get
by
out of the way
Miz.
there.
Stomp to the leg. Braun and Dalton
With
both
Corey,
putting their
I
arms
suspect
out for a
finishers on
tag,
the
but
horizon, and
stopped
given
by
how
the Miz,
impactful
who's
that
in
move
firm
has
control
been
at
as
the
of late.
moment.
I'd say there's almost no
Miz
coming
out
back
to
from
Team
it.
Raw's
Michael,
corner.
it seems like
McIntyre's
that
going to be
finisher
able
has
to make
become
that tag
more
to
and
Dalton
more impactful
Roush.
with each passing week, but that's even
He gets
possible.
the axe handle from the middle rope.
Oh, he's able to reverse it.
Reversal by Miz.
Just driven down with such power, guys.
Suplex by Miz. Miz looking for a finisher.
Of course, the #1
But
contender
misses
has
it.
looked absolutely
Now
phenomenal
provides
in
an
recent
opening
weeks,
for Dalton
nearly
Roush.
steamrolling over all comers. But I assure you, things won't be so easy when
Armbar
stepping
in
into
great
the ring
position.
against the champion.
And now Dalton turns attention to the other arm of Miz. Great technical offense
What is the
by
Miz
Dalton
have to do at
Roush
this
that
point
has led him
to stay in this match?
to
And you
many
know, as #1
victories.
contender, he had higher aspirations than this.
I agree with
Miz
you, Michael.
outstrips
The
Dalton into the
#1
corner.
contender appears to be in tremendous condition. Ever since earning that opportunity
middle
against
rope.
the champion, it's clear an emphasis has been put on getting better
the
both
Bulldog.
and out of the ring.
Miz setting up for finisher
Before
once
you
again.
guys go and anoint the number
He
one
failed to
contender.
connect with it earlier, and he'll fail to connect again. Dalton with a reversal.
Simply
And going right back
dissecting the arm.
to the arm of the Miz.
He's in trouble.
Now Dalton looking for a finisher of his own, looking for the side of a
Just go for
bullet
the finisher
on the
You
captain
might
of
have
Team
it.
SmackDown Live. And that will
Discus
connect.
clothesline. There
Will
is
Dalton
no
score
coming
the
back
first
from that
elimination in
one.
this
And
6
here's
on
the
6?
cover.
A huge one over the captain
The
of Team
pin's broken
SmackDown Live. No.
The end may be near, folks. And I'm not sure he even knows where he is.
He's hurt. And gentlemen, The Miz may be fading away here.
This is clearly not the same competitor who started this match in such great shape.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument.
Dalton
The last
continues
thing
to go
any
to work
superstar
on
wants to do
Miz.
is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
And there's a reverse DDT.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Repeated elbow drops by Dalton. Forces Miz up.
Guys, we've come a long way since the first ever WWE
Power trip
pay-per-view,
into
which
the
was actually
Team
the
Raw corner.
Wrestling Classic.
Dalton has
in
done
November of
a great job
1985.
wearing down
I know a lot of people
SmackDown
usually
Live's
point
team
to
captain,
WrestleMania 1 as the
but
first
Miz is
WWE
going to
pay-per-view.
get some revenge by busting open Dalton.
His partner in.
Momentum has
Dalton is going to make an
certainly
emergency
shifted
tag
there,
to
Michael.
his rival, the
Takes him
monster
down
among men, Braun
in a
Strowman.
major way, too.
Byron digging into his encyclopedic
Strowman
mind.
showing
earlier
off
to point
that
out
incredible
amazing fact of
power.
The first WWE pay-per-view, as
Or
he said.
planting Miz
It was
into
the
the
Wrestling
canvas.
Classic, and it featured a 16-man tournament, which was ultimately won.
We're quite a long way into this matchup. We have yet to see our first
Dude, that's
elimination
some impressive knowledge
in this
dropping by
3-on-3,
Saxon
let
right
alone
there.
the
Especially considering he
total
was like 4 years
6-on-6.
old when the Classic was held.
Nobody controls the pace
And
of a match.
Miz,
quite
after being
like this
worn
guy.
down for a while by Dalton Roush, is going to finally make a tag to the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy.
Having this
Strowman with
pay-per-view here
reversal.
has to be a thrill for these fans. I can
Hardy
tell you
catches
that
the
when
leg.
Backlash came to Washington, D.C. in 2000, which wasn't all that far from me at the time. You couldn't
to
go
the chest.
anywhere without hearing somebody
Strowman
talking
forced to
about
his
Jeff
feet.
Hardy's not going to finish this.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
So impressive.
Stomp to the chest. Hardy
The hip drop. The end is near.
doing a good job of wearing down the biggest power threat of 3
That's how you wear
huge
down
power
your opponent.
threats for Team Raw in this
Just a
matchup.
remorseless assault on the neck. And that Backlash 2000 card that Byron brought up earlier might have been the most chaotic
Hardy
match
heads
we've
back into
ever
the ring,
seen
forces
between The
Strowman
Rock
up.
and Triple H.
And in the end, it was The Rock defeating the
Connects with a
game for the
huge DDT.
WWE Championship, despite Mr. McMahon
Strowman
striking
with
the
a
deck
reversal.
against The Rock in a major
Forces
way,
Hardy up.
including naming Shane McMahon as the special guest
For
referee.
a huge cross chop reversed by Hardy.
Seems to me, guys, like we're
Hardy goes flying at Strowman, and Strowman barely even budges.
opponent up. Oh, Braun Strowman slamming into the mat.
Nobody does it
Strowman with
quite
a
like
huge
him.
side slam.
That is exactly what Braun Strowman
Goes for a
needed.
cover, center
Into
ring.
the quick cover. And he kicks out.
Well, it looks like the Daredevil wants
And
to
Hardy
take a few
powers
more
out at 2.
spills.
Why not?
There's a kick to the
Look
back.
at Braun
Strowman looking for
stalking
the
him.
running power slam.
The finisher could absolutely
And here's the monster among men. Corey, look at the power.
And it connects. Will this
victory
result
is
in the
on
first
horizon.
elimination
That is
in
exactly
this
what Braun
3-on-3
Strowman
and the
needed.
altogether 6-on-6? Strowman for biding his time. Waiting a bit to capitalize off that
Things
running
are not
power
looking
slam
very
finisher.
good right now.
Goes for
Gonna have to
cover.
Find a way to regroup.
And
Not enough, Dan. This
that
one.
weight
Well, it
may
looks like the
have
Daredevil wants to take a few
given
more
Hardy the
spills.
time he
Why
needed
not?
to power out.
The switch here to Drew
In
McIntyre.
comes Drew McIntyre. A lot of animosity
That's a
between
great
Strowman
example
and
of teamwork
McIntyre,
right
but
there.
they're working
Jeff Hardy is
together
finding himself in some serious trouble here.
here so far in this
Look, is not
matchup.
good at all.
Reversal by McIntyre.
What a
There's a headbutt.
Now it's time to capitalize.
All that's left now
Knotted punches
is
by
for
McIntyre.
to finish this.
McIntyre forces Hardy to his feet. Huge suplex,
There may
nearly
be
launching
no
Hardy
coming
right out of
back
that
from this
ring.
Incredible
Stomp to the
beatdown.
back.
There's the switch. Braun Strowman is
And
in.
Braun Strowman is going to make his way back in. Tries to get the WWE Universe behind him. Hardy avoids the stomp.
Working well here together. That's not always the case.
Irish up into the Team SmackDown
Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Hardy biding his time, and that's going to cost him as that allows Strowman to recollect himself and get back on the attack. Showing off that power once again.
Not the first time we've seen this move tonight.
Jeff Hardy.
Reversal by Hardy.
Barely getting out of the way.
So quick.
Reversal by Strowman with a headbutt. We still have yet to see our first elimination in the 6-on-6. Half an hour into this episode.
This is one they'll
grab
be talking
your,
about tomorrow
as I
at work or
said
school,
before,
that's for
grab
sure.
your favorite snack, grab your favorite drink. This is going to be a long one, but it should be a good one.
Uh-oh, the delayed gut-wrench suplex.
Strowman drags Hardy closer to his Team SmackDown Live corner. In comes the premier talent, Dalton Roush of WITM.
Uh-oh.
And immediately hits the baby rock bottom signature
I don't
maneuver.
know how much gas he has left, guys.
But Hardy is going to break up that momentum with a reversal before Dalton can capitalize.
He's just
Dalton
so dominant.
attacks the arm of Hardy. Hardy is going to roll out the ring to try to recollect himself, and that's going to allow Dalton to tag in the monster among men, Braun Strowman, who you can see there is working his arm. He's sustained some damage to that arm. Hardy looking to take
Jeff
flight.
Hardy heads up the turnbuckle.
Could be thinking swanton.
Whoa!
Instead, it's a diving leg drop. Hardy, you can see he's taking some damage to the body there.
Shane McMahon in off the tag.
And he is going to bring in the commissioner of SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon.
Exhibits a weakness for a specific move. Some will return to utilizing that move as long as possible. What does Braun Strowman need to do now to remain effective in this match? This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time.
Sounds to me like this crowd's a little
And
shocked to see him on the
Strowman
receiving end here.
seated
You
in
know what?
the SmackDown Live corner as McMahon stomps
despite
away.
what's going on right now, he's still in much more favorable health. That's the combination. Bam!
Truly
And McMahon
devastating.
with the combination punches goes for cover. Good position in his own team's corner.
Shoulders up at two.
Strowman powers out at two.
Nice.
There's a kick to the back.
Braun Strowman is going to have to revise his game
Stomp
plan
to the head.
right now. The one he's
Dalton
using ain't working. And his chances
Clearing out the
of winning
ring for his
six-man
team,
tag
taking
team
care of the
appear
Miz
to
for
be
the time
slipping
being.
away.
I think this one's over.
Monsters don't impart much fear when they're in this position.
Shane leaves Strowman in the tree of woe, and is he thinking
Both teams working well here together. That's not always
what
the
I
case
think
in a
he's
six-man
thinking?
tag team match.
He is coast to coast, busting open the monster among men, Strowman.
He's making a statement here with this
Man
attack.
doesn't compete very often, but when he does, he tends to impress, and
Shane
this is
McMahon
no
into the
exception.
cover.
Goes for cover.
And you got a near fall out of it.
And still, somehow,
you have to
Strowman
wonder
is able
how
to power
much
out
more
at
it'll
two.
take.
As McMahon goes to town on the back of Strowman with stomps. Now forces Strowman to his feet. Irish whip into the SmackDown.
How do you think
Live
Shane
corner.
McMahon could unleash
Strowman,
substantial
who's now
punishment
heavily
right now?
bleeding, is able
At this
to
point, I'd
evade.
say he's probably better off taking a tag to one of his partners.
It looks to me like you may have lost
Strowman
focus there for a minute.
Tossing
He was
McMahon
really
high into
cruising
the
for a
air
while.
and planting him into the canvas with ease. Strowman is likely going to make a
Tagged in.
tag, and he chooses his rival, Dalton Roush. Dalton with a stomp to the back of Shane McMahon.
Wow, he just
The
slammed him
same
with
man
ease.
who hired him from the world of Hollywood to the WWE. Dalton started off his career on
to the well
Shane
again.
McMahon SmackDown Live. Tonight, he faces him as a member of Monday Night Raw, and a man who has been on fire as of late.
A truly punishing stretch.
Dalton targeting the arm of Shane
McMahon can
McMahon.
endure.
There may be no coming back from this.
Not to be presumptuous,
Reversal
but right
by
about now,
Shane.
his partners have to be wondering what they got themselves into teaming with him here tonight.
Second time we're
Reversal by
seeing this here.
Shane. Dalton scrubbing the head of Shane into the canvas before hitting the elbow drop to the back.
Oh, we're gonna see
Dalton submission locked in. Is this going
Is he
to
done?
result in our first elimination here 35 minutes into the episode? No, Shane is able to break the hold.
Did he find the energy to do that?
Getting his attention with a vicious strike.
Shane forced into a Team Raw corner.
You want to be in off the tag.
In comes Drew McIntyre.
He may get the 3 count.
Dalton and McIntyre combined for a set-out powerbomb.
Barely at 2.5.
And Shane powers out at 2.
How did he do that?
Dalton clearing the ring of SmackDown Live members.
And he hits the gutbuster.
McIntyre hits a huge backbreaker.
Sickening thud as his body is driven to the mat.
McIntyre looking for a finisher.
Drew McIntyre sizing it up. It's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
Future Shock DDT connects.
Shane McMahon got the worst end of that.
And still Shane McMahon fights on. What's it going to take to see even our first elimination in this matchup, let alone 3 of them. McIntyre showing off that impressive power.
These 6 superstars have really shown me something here tonight, guys. What a match.
Reversal by Shane.
There's no denying that all 6 of these superstars brought it here tonight.
In comes Braun Strowman.
Teamwork at its best.
With a diving axe handle. Forces Shane
outside.
Onto the outside.
Here goes Braun Strowman.
And Strowman getting fired up. You can see that damage that's been done throughout the match to the arm of Strowman, but I'm sure he has more than enough power left in him
for this move,
despite that damage. And now he's got that outside ring environment.
Doubled over now.
As well, and he's going to town on Shane McMahon. Roush into the ring post.
This is what makes him one
tossing
of the
him
best
into the
in
barricade, just tossing around the Commissioner of SmackDown Live like a rag doll. Is the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Hooked up.
Now,
big time move.
Planting that leg full force into the canvas. Strowman getting a little low on stamina though, can't keep up the offensive attack. There's an Irish whip, Shane McMahon barely avoiding those steel steps.
These gladiators have put themselves through. The intensity of this has been
forces
incredible.
McMahon to his feet. Irish whip into the steps.
No surprise at how exciting this match has been. This is the kind of action you expect when you see these 6 superstars in the ring. Guys, it's got to be instinct that keeping these 6 competitors going at this point. There's just
Shane trying to get into his corner. He's been absolutely decimated over the past few minutes by Strowman.
Nicely done.
But there's Shane.
Comes in off the tag.
Doing what he needs to do, getting an attack in, getting to Jeff Hardy for the tag.
Oh, he needed
Strowman makes the tag to Dalton Roush. We still have yet to see a single elimination, our first 3-on-3 match.
How much more these superstars can take, guys? You'd have to
2-3 hour long
give here soon.
episode here, but every second of it has been enjoyable. Thus far.
Surprise reversal from Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy trying to get the WWE.
When this guy's on,
the delete chance.
look out. Lightning
Reversal by Dalton Roush.
Jeff Hardy
Reversal by Hardy.
really getting out of the way.
So quick.
Stomp to the back.
Now the old vicious head crank. Look at the torque.
Look at this. He's going back to an old friend with that one.
Reversal by Dalton. Miz holding his hand out, trying to make himself available for a tag, but Hardy can't quite get there. Dalton looking for the side of a bullet, or rather the Baby Rock bottom signature maneuver, reversed by Jeff Hardy. Hardy with a leg drop to the arm of Dalton.
Jeff Hardy looking to attack from the ropes.
Hardy looking to take flight, but there's McIntyre
like that may be reason
cutting him down.
In WWE,
but that will allow Hardy to make the tag to The
Game
Miz,
changer right
the
there,
captain of
Michael.
Team SmackDown Live. Miz forces Dalton up.
Miz. And The Miz delivers
And
the
there's a
snap
huge
DDT
DDT to that bloodied head of Dalton.
Never underestimate the Miz's awesomeness.
Miz forces Dalton up.
Not in Kansas anymore, folks. There's
And another huge
Wizard of
DDT.
Oz.
Adding further damage to the head of Dalton. Now Miz looking for a finisher.
This is what makes
Is Dalton
him
going
one
to be
of
the
the best
first
in the
man
business.
eliminated
Skull-crushing
in this
finale.
6-on-6?
This one is over.
Skull-crushing finale connects.
One.
And McIntyre is going to make the save. Dalton may have very likely been the first man eliminated in this 6-on-6. Were it not
Oh, man, right to the
for that save there by McIntyre. Miz taking care of McIntyre before turning his head to Dalton Roush, who
He's just so
his
dominant.
entire face at this point is covered in blood.
And once again, we see a
Close to
return
it.
to the specific maneuver.
Arm breaker by Dalton. He continues to fight on despite the heavy bleeding. Uppercut by Miz. Power trip into the Team
Shane
SmackDown
McMahon
corner. In
comes
comes
in
Shane
off the
McMahon.
tag. He lands the
Trying to shape
strike
his
with great
McMahon, and after the
accuracy.
punishment he took earlier. Miz not quite
Shane
done,
McMahon
despite no
showing
longer being
supreme
the
confidence here.
legal man for SmackDown Live. You can see that damage that McMahon took earlier at the hands of Braun Strowman taking its toll, so he's biding his
Looks to
time.
me like these superstars are
Irish
running on
forces
fumes
Dalton
right
onto
about
the
now.
apron. Punch will send him onto the outside. Next to Team SmackDown Live. Dalton forced to his feet. Reversal by Dalton.
I don't know if we'll ever see these same 6 superstars in the ring together again, but
knees
boy,
to the
I sure hope so.
Hip of Shane McMahon.
A quick reversal by Shane McMahon.
Series of kicks to the legs.
He gets him with a reversal.
Reversal by Dalton.
Yeah, he's running hot right now, but we'll see if he can sustain it for long.
Bringing it back into the ring.
Irish whip into the ring by Shane McMahon.
Oh, this is awesome. Listen to The Miz talk trash. Yeah, he's a champion at that. World
And what
champion
does Shane have in mind
trash
here?
talker.
Dalton gets back to his feet, only to get eat a
He's
huge
got the
DDT
rope,
by
and the
Shane.
pin is broken.
And I believe he caught a rope break there. Dalton definitely, as it's easy to tell, in a bad way.
And he delivers a knee.
Needs to make a tag.
And that one drops him.
Somebody's on a mission tonight.
Or maybe not. He's thinking side of a
He's not
bullet.
going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
He's too quick for him there.
And that's going to be reversed by Shane McMahon. Dalton, with that damage he's taken, struggling to get his signatures and finishers to connect when he has them. And
Shane
now
McMahon
being
with
beaten
the
down in the
opportunity here.
SmackDown corner. Dalton in danger of injury. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
There's got to be some point in the match.
From this matchup.
Coast to coast!
Another coast to coast by Shane McMahon.
Momentum is fully in the corner of
Is
Shane
this going to
McMahon
result in
now.
our first elimination? We're nearly 45 minutes into
He
this
can pin his
episode.
opponent right here. Oh, and he breaks
McIntyre again making the save, avoiding a likely elimination.
Not today. Showing off some
Dalton
of his
with a
speed
reversal
there.
needs to get to his corner for a tag. Heavy damage sustained at this point. But he's attacking the arm of Shane McMahon. Shane changes
This
positions.
has been a war.
So Dalton goes to work on the other arm.
Unleashing it for the second time now. Gets the tag.
In comes Drew McIntyre, the Sinister Scotsman.
Hooked up.
Inverted suplex.
That hurt.
Suplex by McIntyre forces Shane McMahon to his feet. Irish up to the team lock.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Flying fist by McIntyre.
The repetition on that move is becoming deliberate at this point.
Again. Now looking for mounted punches. Stomp to the head of Shane McMahon. McIntyre showing off that power once again. Set up powerbomb. Center ring into a cover. And McMahon powers out at 2. What's it going to take
despite being in bad shape
for an elimination to occur in this matchup? Submission locked in.
We've got to be nearing an elimination soon.
Perfect
here,
position.
guys.
Can McMahon break the hold? Yes, he can. We still have yet to see our first elimination here.
But does he have
45
left to get
over 45 minutes into this episode, and probably about
McMahon turns it
40
around.
or 35
Nobody
minutes into
controls
this
the pace of a match.
Shane
quite
McMahon
like
busted
this
open
guy.
by that elbow from McIntyre.
In comes The Miz.
Here comes the team captain of SmackDown Live, The
in the
Miz,
back.
now the legal man.
Drew McIntyre gets out of the
Reversal
way.
by McIntyre.
The Miz was able to get out of the way there.
Miz with a great reversal to force McIntyre up against the
And look at
middle rope.
him up on the second.
And
Get in
Miz
there, Roush.
plunging the head of McIntyre further into that rope with the leg.
In off the
Now
tag.
Miz who finds himself on the apron, and McIntyre, a somewhat questionable decision, making the tag to the very heavily injured Dalton Roush. And he hits the baby rock bottom. Maybe it was a smart decision after all.
Gets the shoulder
But
up.
Miz continues to fight on.
tonight. Oh boy, he
Miz
is rolling.
probably the least injured
Miz was
person
able
in
to
this
get
match
out of
at
the
this
way
point.
there.
Reversal by Dalton, stomp to the chest.
Oh man,
Stomp to
to
the
the
arm.
arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
There
Dalton
may be
forces
no
Miz to his
escaping this
feet,
fireman's carry.
has him in a
I
fireman's
don't
carry
know.
position,
Never say never, Cole.
and rams Miz up against the turnbuckles.
Uh-oh, the big boot is
Miz with
falling.
a huge big boot forces Dalton up. Irish up into the Team SmackDown
He
Live
got him
corner.
good there.
Shane McMahon.
And in comes Shane McMahon.
A quick reversal by Shane McMahon.
Oh man, right
Stomp
to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
When this guy's on, look out.
Dalton catches the leg, lifts Shane McMahon high into the air and plants him into the canvas. Now forces Shane up again.
I really can't believe what's
Irish up
gone
into
down
the
so
Team
far.
Raw corner.
This match has been even more physical than I thought
And
it
in
would
comes
be.
Drew McIntyre. McIntyre.
Not so fast.
Oh boy, he is
Next with a
rolling.
pile driver, forces Shane to his feet. There's a right from McIntyre to force Shane up against the ropes. And a series of strikes.
Drew
What a headbutt.
Headbutt to the bloodied head of Shane McMahon by McIntyre, who's fired up.
Wow,
Reversal by
look at the
McMahon.
quickness by Shane McMahon.
DDT.
DDT.
And off the tag is
In
Jeff
comes Jeff Hardy, the charismatic Enigma. McIntyre avoids a stomp. Irish up into the ropes.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the
Huge
case in a
DDT by
six-man
Hardy.
tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Jeff Hardy just
Reversal
barely
by
getting out of
Hardy.
the way.
So quick.
And what a reversal from Drew McIntyre. He's showing absolutely no pity now, guys.
Jeff Hardy getting fired up here. Submission locked in, good position, center ring. Targeting the head of McIntyre.
Regardless of how this... And he fights his way free.
He's got to be working on instinct right now, Cole.
Hardy trying to get an attack.
The Miz showing how A-listers do things out there.
That one will connect.
And there's the
Reversal
reversal
by
from Drew
McIntyre.
McIntyre looking to end this.
Looking for the future shock DDT, and that will connect.
Hoping to end it
Let's
here.
recover. Do we finally have an elimination?
2.
No, broken up by Miz. What will it take? Now 50 minutes into the episode, and the first of possibly 3 matches, and we have yet to see a single
so far here
elimination. All 6 of these men heavily battered, half of them bleeding, and yet they fight on.
Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
McIntyre with the kip.
That'll cause some serious physical
spine buster from Hardy.
He is rolling.
Forces McIntyre to
Jeff
his
Hardy's
feet.
going for it. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Will this result in our first elimination? Hardy's not done. Irish whip. Forcing McIntyre onto the apron.
A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating.
McIntyre catches away.
Drew McIntyre gets out of the way.
Tagged in.
Taking that twist of fate. McIntyre's going to make the tag to Dalton Roush. By far the most injured person in this matchup.
Driving his knee down
to that blade head of Dalton. There's a right by Dalton. Dalton's still effective despite the injuries. Side of a bullet, signature maneuver.
2. Too close for cup.
And Hardy fights on.
To stay in this one.
And yet again, we ask ourselves, what will it take to see our first elimination? How about a side of a bullet?
He's looking at it.
So it connects.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
Will this result in our first elimination?
1, 2. A kick out, and you can see the frustration.
Hardy powers out just in the nick of time.
There's the switch. Braun.
I thought we saw our first elimination, but Hardy just at the right millisecond,
Braun
essentially,
Strowman is getting ready here.
powers out. In comes the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Oh my gosh, from what?
He immediately comes in with a
Wow,
signature
I'm
of
just
his
as
own.
surprised as you guys are. I think that's
A knockout blow to the head of Hardy. Now looking for his own finisher, the running power slam.
Measuring.
Oh, hellacious power slam.
Will this result in our first elimination? No, Hardy gets a rope break. Kick to the back. Hardy just almost begging for mercy.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight is taking
in
out
front
of
of
these men.
Braun Strowman, who's biding his time. Hardy finally gets to his feet. Strowman goes back on the attack.
Could be a long way down from there.
No lack of force.
Using that top rope as a weapon. Hardy trying to get to his corner, slowly crawling, and of course stopped by Strowman.
How are these
Strowman
superstars
literally
even
walking
still going,
all
guys?
over
I mean,
Jeff Hardy.
They have to be on fumes right now.
Showing off that power, planting him into the canvas. Mounted punches. Now clawing away at the shoulder of Jeff Hardy.
I don't know how these superstars are
And that will result in our first elimination. It took 53 minutes into the episode.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
We have our first elimination in this 6
Clearly
of
wants to
6.
inflict some more punishment.
It's going to be the
Whoa, he
charismatic
lets him
enigma
out.
Jeff Hardy.
Fool, he had him dead to rights.
And there are now 6 remaining members of Raw, 5 for SmackDown Live. Strowman,
he releases the
Shane
hold.
McMahon high
What
into
in
the
the world
air.
is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
There's the switch. Drew McIntyre's in. Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he
McIntyre.
knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Irish up into the
releases it.
SmackDown
And you can
corner.
debate whether or not that would have been the end.
Here
Interesting
comes the Miz
decision
for
there.
a double team attack.
That'll change his posture in a hurry. Look at this. Miz. Snap DDT. The Miz is
And
going
that
to clinch
huge
it right here.
DDT is going to
That
bust
might
open
just
Drew
be the
McIntyre.
final nail in the
Is
coffin.
Miz going to even the odds for his team?
Oh, and he releases the
to be
hold.
captaincy
Wow.
SmackDown
Part of me
Live.
thought that was it, Cole.
Drew McIntyre gets out of the way.
In
He
comes Braun
releases
Strowman.
it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
There's a right by Strowman.
Down to the floor. The switch here to Drew McIntyre. Whoa, he lets him
McIntyre now the legal man for Team Raw.
He had him dead to rights.
Forces Miz to his feet.
The Miz was able to get out of the way there. And what a reversal from Drew McIntyre.
Reversal by McIntyre.
Going for the double play with this move.
Again, we're in that dangerous outside ring environment. A great way to wear down your opponents in this thrilling matchup.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
The Miz was able to get out of the way
Reversal
there.
by Miz.
Back now inside the ring. Back in the ring now.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it.
Back to the ring. Miz with
The Miz is
on McIntyre. Now looking for a finisher. Could this even the odds here? Make it 2-on-2.
Great job escaping, trying to turn
5-on-5 in the total matchup. No, McIntyre reverses.
Lands him with a pile driver.
Connects with a pile driver. Miz trying to get to Shane McMahon for the tag. Stopped by McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre sizing it up.
McIntyre heads to the corner, looking for a signature of his own.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
Evaded by Miz.
I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
In comes Dalton Roush.
That could break a nose. No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Reversal by Miz.
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not
back. Dalton rolls out of the way.
Interesting decision there.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Miz attacking the arm of Dalton.
The Miz is looking to end this.
The very heavily injured Dalton.
And the Miz delivers the snap DDT, and that should do it.
Gap.
But he's running on fumes
Snap
here.
DDT
Does he have
by
enough left in him
Miz.
to capitalize?
And reversal by Dalton.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a
Reversal
fool.
by
He had
Miz.
him dead to rights.
Uh-oh, he's
to
in
the
trouble
back.
here.
Miz looking for a finisher.
He's fighting back
The
here.
odds for his side.
Nothing less, Cole.
Just a step quicker.
Reversal by Dalton.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I
Our
kind of
Triple
like
G
it.
T
He
SmackDown
clearly wants to
corner. In
inflict
comes
some
Shane
more
McMahon.
punishment.
Look at this.
And hits the sit-up powerbomb. Goes for cover.
2.
And McIntyre makes the
He
save.
releases the hold.
What in the
Boys, what
world is he thinking?
Very
Does he
well
not
could have
want
been
to win.
an elimination that made this a
He's not
2-on-2,
going to
5
like
and
this.
5 altogether. Now it's Dalton looking for the side of a bullet.
Knee right to the midsection.
And connects with this result.
But can he follow
And
up
another
here?
elimination.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and a near fall.
No.
Wow. I thought
McMahon
for sure that was it.
punishment after punishment in this
Tag
matchup, and yet he fights on after that side of a bullet.
Oh, and he releases the
And in
hold.
comes Drew McIntyre.
Part of me thought that was
Wasting
it,
no
Cole.
time. Irish up into Team
And there's the
SmackDown
tag.
corner.
The Miz into the ring.
In comes the Miz for Team SmackDown.
Double back elbow.
Miz with repeated punches, forcing McIntyre onto
There's
the
the
ropes.
reversal
but
from Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre catches the leg.
He lands the belly to belly.
Suplex by McIntyre.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just
for
let him out of that hole?
A tag to Dalton Roush. Heavily injured, but still
Tremendous
effective.
damage to the arm.
There's an arm breaker to Miz.
Just a clubbing axe handle.
Axe handle to the back. Stomp to the back.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want
There's
to win?
reverse DDT. Miz rolls out of the way to try to
What
regroup.
a fool. He had
But
him
Dalton
dead
will
to
join
rights.
him on the outside. Dalton exhausted, very, very
An amazing match so far, guys, but it looks to
battered,
me like we're possibly
bruised,
nearing
heavily
the end
bleeding,
here.
but fights on.
And that takes him off his feet.
Forces Miz back to his feet.
Releases the hold.
Wow. For the gut punch reversed by Miz. Drop kick. Now a drop kick. Miz still in pretty good health at this point.
You can debate whether or not that would have been the end.
We're now an hour into this episode. We have only seen one elimination so far in the 6-on-6, and that was the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy of SmackDown Live.
We've got to be nearing an elimination soon here, guys.
Onto the apron.
These six
Miz
superstars
targeting the head
really showed me
of
something
Dalton
tonight, guys. What a match.
He wants no part of the outside.
Dalton forced back into the ring, trying to get to his team. Instead, off to avoid a stomp by the Miz. Irish whip into the corner.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Oh, goodness. Dalton with a foot DDT, getting fired up.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
Fighting through the pain, fighting through the bleeding.
He clearly wants to inflict
and
some more
still being effective for his team.
Slam! When this guy's on,
power slam by Dalton forces Miz to his feet.
I think this is the beginning of the end.
It's the baby rock bottom signature maneuver, but that took
here tonight, guys.
Just about the last of Dalton's energy. Forces Miz to his feet. Reversal by Miz.
Both teams working well here together.
Reversal
That's
by
not
Dalton.
always the case in a six-man tag team match.
Miz trying to get to his corner for a tag, and does.
Momentum has
in comes Shane McMahon.
here, Michael.
Crossbody is evaded by Dalton.
Vertical with that
the drop kick will not be. There's a right by Shane.
Dive. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Dalton looking for the side of a bullet finisher maneuver.
Great job.
Miz out of play, so
this thing around.
Miz cannot break up a cover if it occurs.
And you can
it won't matter
whether or
because
not that
Shane
would
has
have been
reversed
interesting
the side of a
decision
bullet.
there.
Yet another signature finisher reversed of Dalton since he's been busted open.
Oh, and cheap shot right above the eye. Oh, a shin breaker. Try walking after
Miz
that
back
one.
in play for Team
The
SmackDown.
same move over and
Elbow
over.
drop
This
by
is
Shane.
relentless. In comes the Miz.
Here comes Miz. Miz forces Dalton up.
The Miz is looking to end this.
Skull.
It's the skull-crushing finale.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Here's the cover for the win.
And Strowman saves his rival from elimination.
By the Miz.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
Miz slams that blade head of Dalton into the
What a
canvas.
fool. He had him dead to rights.
Dalton heavily injured, and he's been in this matchup for about an hour now.
Banged up here, guys.
And it looks like things
At
are
risk
about
of
to get
an
even
injury
worse.
if he hasn't sustained one already, but keeps fighting on.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that
Big
hole?
boot by Miz, stomp to the back. Targeting that injured head.
Shane McMahon comes in off the
Here
tag.
comes Shane McMahon. Stomp to the shoulder.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh, boy, he is
Reversal by Dalton, kick to the back. Forces Shane to his feet. Reversal by Shane. Irish whip into the corner.
Goes down hard. And there's the
Dalton
tag.
trying to get to his corner.
Oh, and he makes
And
the
will
tag.
finally tag out of this match. Here comes Drew McIntyre.
No, he
Miz tagged
releases
back
the
in for
hold.
Team
What in
SmackDown.
the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Oh, and he lands right on the small of his back.
There's a kick to the back.
A leverage pin
Miz
here.
goes for a dirty pin.
Only cheating if you get caught. Oh, how resilient was that?
He is not going to go down without a fight, Michael.
Looks like McIntyre was covered, but the referee says no.
And we're back to this form of attack. And what a reversal from Drew McIntyre.
Busts open The Miz.
The Miz with a nice reversal. Oh, and he releases the hold. Wow.
Irish whip, taking out the referee who was in the path of that Irish whip. Here comes Shane McMahon.
Oh, right to the gut.
Man, oh man.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out?
Dalton Roush.
That's a great example of teamwork right there.
Strowman is taking no prisoners right here.
Saddle bullet signature maneuver. Would this result in our second elimination?
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
Slam!
Power slam by Dalton Roush.
Going for it again. He's calling for it.
Dalton using the last of the energy he has left. Looking for the side of a bullet in his team's corner.
I understand the idea of being relentless.
Will this result in the second elimination
repeating a specific move is a
6-4 lead for Raw.
That has got to be it. Interesting decision here, Corey.
How many signatures and finishers has Shane McMahon taken this matchup?
Well, Shane McMahon
yet
may be in
he continues
shape, but he's
to
not
fight on
just yet.
Gosh, this is like that old battery commercial. This move just keeps going and going and going and going. Shane McMahon turns it around. Dodges a bullet there.
To the legs of Dalton. Dalton targeting the arm. Shane switches
here
together.
Positions. That's not always the case
So
in a six-man tag team.
Go after the other arm.
You'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action. He clearly has confidence in that move.
Now Shane McMahon heavily
There's the switch. Drew McIntyre's in.
And in comes Drew McIntyre. All five men.
He releases it.
Are bleeding.
And you can debate
very battered, very brutal.
Interesting decision there.
Much at risk for injury.
No, he releases
the brand warfare.
What in the world is he thinking?
This has been a war.
Going for something else, it seems.
We're about an hour into this match, an hour and 8 minutes into the episode. Just one man has been eliminated, and that was the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy about 15 minutes.
That's going to hurt. Oh, boy.
SmackDown Live.
A quick reversal by Shane McMahon. No surprise at how exciting this match has been. This is the kind of action you expect when you see these 6 superstars in the ring.
Fight taken to the outside once again. Big boot by McIntyre.
He releases it.
Back into the
and you
ring.
can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Going for something else.
McIntyre targeting the arm.
He knows something that we don't.
Man has taken tons of signatures, tons of finishers. Tons of punishment in this matchup, and yet somehow, some way, fights on. McIntyre fired up.
Decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Reversal by McIntyre.
He thought that was it, Cole.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
And there's the reversal from Drew McIntyre. This one's getting ugly.
Huge power slam by McIntyre. Looking for the future shock DDT.
McIntyre looking to end this. Slam down hard.
It connects. Will this result in our second elimination?
Oh, he lets him out. What a
Miz makes the save.
He had him dead to rights.
Eliminations. Very, very, very hard to come by
Switch here to Braun Strowman
in this matchup. Strowman getting fired up, goes to work now on Shane McMahon. Very heavily bleeding.
This is not going to be good at all.
Oh, Braun Strowman.
Right away with the signature maneuver.
To think, I almost
stomp to the back.
Earlier.
unleashing it for the
knockout punch to that bloodied head of Shane McMahon. Now targeting the arm. Looking for the running power slam.
Braun Strowman is getting ready here.
And his team's corner, good position for the cover. Will this be an elimination?
I don't know too many other.
How does Shane McMahon continue to power out?
Family proud despite being in bad shape.
How many signatures and finishers has Shane McMahon taken throughout this matchup? He's heavily injured and bleeding, and yet Shane McMahon
can't believe everything that's transpired.
Fights on.
He breaks it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm with you, Cole. So unbelievable that he broke out of that.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Strowman tosses McMahon across the ring and then brings in Drew McIntyre.
Shane McMahon turns it around.
Reversal by McMahon. Stomp to the leg. Stomp to the arm.
Oh my!
Plunging the body of McIntyre into the canvas.
Whoa, McIntyre able to avoid damage.
Reversal by McIntyre.
Comes in off the tag.
And in comes Dalton Roush.
Fireman's carry. This doesn't look good, Corey.
Couldn't agree more, Cole. This has got trouble written all over it.
They take the fight to the outside.
Taking
Dalton
out any
now
more
forced back inside.
Could very well mean the beginning of the end.
Dalton hanging over that apron.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Shane looking to take flight. Dalton avoids the diving elbow drop.
In off the tag.
In comes Drew McIntyre.
Uh-oh, the big boot is falling.
Big boot right away. Forces
on the
Shane
shoulders
to his
here.
feet.
And it could.
Shane rammed into that top turnbuckle. Stomp to the chest.
The frequency of this move is becoming deliberate at this point, to say the least.
Neck breaker.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Shane's going to try again to take flight.
Shane, look out.
Strowman is feeling
McIntyre
right
wisely puts up the knees and reverses.
Tagged in.
In comes Dalton Roush once again.
Just a jarring blow to the jaws.
Spinning back fist connects.
Here we go again.
Reverse DDT.
Man, look at this. That's right. Just keep going.
There's another reverse DDT. Dalton getting fired up.
A quick
uppercut by
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
Showing some quickness there.
This is what makes him.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
He slams him down with authority.
McMahon going
dropped by Shane.
Maneuver.
He's going to try again to take flight.
Shane McMahon, big move coming.
Shane O'Mac.
Oh my God!
Is there nothing Shane McMahon can't
Goes
do?
for cover.
Yeah, few superstars.
And Dalton Roush will be the second elimination. We are now even at 2-on-2, 5-on-5 altogether.
At what point do those thoughts creep in?
In this
what do I have to do to put this
6-on-6
match to rest? I don't know. I don't know as a WWE superstar if you ever have those thoughts of self-doubt.
Dalton Roush, what a fight he put up. Heavy damage inflicted on him.
Too quick
about halfway through the matchup.
Back body drop.
How long did he go? How much damage did he do before he would be eliminated?
Both teams working well here together.
Strowman showing off that power that he still has despite going for an hour at this point.
Action.
Wow, look at the
uppercut by Shane McMahon.
That may have knocked the wind right out of him. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Strowman biding his time.
The monster among men picks his opponent up. Oh my gosh, from what heights? But can he follow up here?
And down he goes, thanks to a vicious gut-wrench suplex.
And Strowman trying to get the WWE.
Look at Braun Strowman stalking him.
A running power slam.
It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till
reversed by Shane McMahon.
He's running hot right now, but we'll see if he can sustain it for long.
Showing absolutely no mercy on that attack to the neck.
McMahon now biding his time.
The longer this fight goes on, the more wear and tear on each competitor. Who is going to have enough to pick up the win?
Whoa, Strowman dodged that one.
Tagged in.
Strowman reverses, and that will allow him to make the tag to Drew McIntyre. Stomp to the chest. There's another.
Stiff kick there. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Drew McIntyre is getting ready. Air raid siren.
I don't know how you survive that.
This one's over, guys.
Plenty of force behind that knee.
To that bloody head of Shane McMahon by McIntyre.
On, he dodges out of the way.
Reversal by McMahon. Irish up into the corner.
Look at this. He's going back to an old friend with that one.
Reversal by McMahon.
Well, man, he's going off here. I don't know if this is by
McIntyre kips right back up.
His signature slam.
And a suplex by Shane McMahon. Forces McIntyre to his feet. Irish up into the ropes.
He hits the big knee. Takes him down hard.
You gotta love that kind of aggression.
Oh, and he reverses it.
Shane McMahon turns it around.
Reversal by Shane McMahon.
Down goes the referee.
The referee in the path and taken out along the way. Now he punches by McIntyre.
And he goes for the pin.
Goes for cover.
3.
Miz somehow not even bothering to try to break up the cover, and that will result in our third elimination. Is now 5-4 in favor of Monday Night Raw, with Shane McMahon and Jeff Hardy being eliminated for SmackDown. Dalton Roush eliminated for Raw.
At this point, you think
and now Miz stands alone against Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre.
And this has got to be it.
Strowman goes for cover. 2. Nobody has saved Miz, but he powers out of 2.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole.
The Miz was able to get out of the way there.
Heavily bleeding as well. Irish up into the corner.
Oh, no, he's taken down.
You know, I don't think he has much left.
And there's his speed paying off.
We may have discovered his favorite move. When this guy's on, look out.
Miz forces Strowman to his feet.
Watch it. Miz. Snap DDT. The
Snap
Miz is going to
DDT
clinch it right here.
I don't remember
Miz. He's got him covered.
2. 4 on 4. Strowman powers out at 2.5.
Wow.
At this point, these men are so tired and exhausted, they're not even trying to break up elimination attempts.
The Miz is looking
for a skull-crushing finale or no, switching things up.
Remember the last time I saw Strowman,
Figure 4 leg lock he adopted from the legendary Ric Flair.
Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Good position too.
Things look dire for Braun Strowman.
And somehow Strowman's able to break the hold.
No, it's not over yet. Wow, part of me thought he was going to tap, Cole.
Miz back on the attack. Use that top turnbuckle to inflict more damage on that bloodied head of Strowman.
In a 6-man tag team match, oftentimes you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Miz goes for cover.
2! And he got a near fall out of it.
This time McIntyre will stand there in case the save is needed.
Will to power out.
But Strowman
is taking
able to power out at
right
2.
Here.
Oh, he turns it around.
Reversal by Strowman. Forces Miz up.
He's fighting back here. I expected nothing less, Cole.
And a clothesline dumps Strowman onto the outside.
No, he reverses it.
Reversal by Strowman.
Showing off his quick hands.
Reversal by Miz.
Oh, and a terrific reversal.
And Strowman just easily shoves Miz aside and heads back into the ring. Only to head right back outside before Miz can make his way back.
Oh, no.
Reverse DDT.
Solid contact from the Miz. Back elbow.
Did you see that?
Reversal by Strowman.
Escapes
Reversal
trouble
by
there.
Miz.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Submission locked in, but of course eliminations cannot occur outside the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing the most must-see superstar in WWE history.
And Miz getting fired up. Forces Strowman to his feet.
He wants no part of the outside. Look at this, Miz. And the Miz delivers the snap DDT.
Snap DDT by Miz, but low on stamina. Can he capitalize as he stands alone?
Same song
in this first half of the 6-on-6.
His shoulders are down.
Goes for cover.
And he got a near fall out of it.
And still Strowman powers out of 2. What's it going to take to keep down the Monster Among Men? How about another finisher from Miz? Either skull-crushing finale or figure 4.
Miz is looking at
It's going to be the figure 4.
Never underestimate the Miz's
center ring.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Strowman taps. We're now even at 4-on-4. Miz and McIntyre.
going for something else, it seems. I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole? Interesting decision here, Corey.
McIntyre,
I kind of
pile
like
driver.
He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Be over.
Game running drop kick.
Shoulders on the mat. 2, 3,
and
what a
Monday Night Raw is going to win. Lone man remaining for disadvantage. They must win the second half, or Team Raw
around a lot of praise,
wins the 6-on-6.
That might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. Count yourselves lucky, people. You might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times. Epic.
Here are your winners, Drew McIntyre, Dalton, and Braun Strowman.
What a back-and-forth battle that was.
I got a feeling they're going to be talking about this win for a while.
With that win in the books, we must now move on.
All right, so Team Raw gets the advantage. They're going to win the first half. It was a grueling, brutal matchup where everybody involved gave their absolute best. Very impressive first half.
We've got 6 finely tuned athletes, but only one team can win. Time to see who it will be.
but it will be Team Raw getting the advantage. They're up now 4-3. So in this second half, SmackDown Live must win. If they do win, whatever members are not eliminated from their winning team will take on Drew McIntyre, the lone remaining man from the first half of the match, in a third and final matchup. If Team Raw wins once again, then all members of SmackDown Live will of course have been eliminated, and Team Raw will be the winners of the 6-on-6 traditional Survivor Series elimination matchup. Buckle your seatbelts because we're not done. We're about an hour and 26 minutes into this episode, and we still have a whole other 3-on-3 elimination tag match for you, featuring 2 more WITM members. It's going to be Samoa Joe, Gerald, and Rey Mysterio representing SmackDown Live against Dolph Ziggler, Corey, and Finn Balor representing Raw and looking to secure the win for their team. Let's get that match loading up.
And coming up is a contest where things can get out of hand very quickly.
This is going to be incredible.
Alright, so for Team SmackDown Live, they have Rey Mysterio, who's recently returned to WWE as a member of SmackDown Live, and then Gerald and Samoa Joe have had a pretty long-standing rivalry. Will they be able to coexist? On Team Raw, no real issues on their side. Corey and Finn Balor had a pretty intense rivalry in WITM Season 3 that resulted in several matches between the two a lot of the times, with the WWE Championship or contender to the WWE Championship on the line, but haven't really had any issues since. The Corey and WITM history as well, so that will be interesting to look out for. Corey will be in his first action in 3 weeks here too. It's taking a little while to load up. Alright, I'll start it in just a second. There we go. Let's get the second half of the 6-on-6 match elimination tag matchup started with Team Raw needed with the advantage. Team Raw can seal the deal with a victory here. Must win for Team SmackDown Live. Let's get the second half of the 6-on-6 elimination tag matchup underway.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Making his way to the ring from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe!
Samoa Joe is a man who has never made an idle threat. One of the most dangerous competitors ever to step into the squared circle.
If there is hostility, if there is tension to be had, Samoa Joe will be the first one in line.
A lethal hybrid of size, speed, technique, and agility. Samoa Joe is second.
Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Gerald.
It's now time for the six-man tag team match that I think we've all been waiting for.
Well, I can't speak for everybody, Michael, but I can tell you that I've looked forward to this one ever since it was announced.
I beat the timeline behind him and see no highness as high as him. He reigns, Lord, firearms are too short to aim for him. Call him extremist, he leaks Katrinas with his brainstorming. That's quite enormous, to say the least. Our God is a beast, his rap is the sound of a lion roaring. Since he's topped by none, I'm on hip-hop's front line, screaming from the top of my lungs.
The legendary Rey Mysterio!
Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Arguably one of the most inspirational superstars we've ever seen.
Accomplished everything in his career.
And his opponent, first, from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dalton.
No more showing off. It's all business now for Dalton. You know, Dolph Ziggler has twice been the sole survivor at Survivor Series.
Well, sometimes you forget just how much Dolph Ziggler has really accomplished in WWE. But this is a superstar who has stood the test of time.
Byron, as we get ready to kick this one off, tell me, who do you like here tonight?
There are so many different variables in this match, Michael, that it makes it nearly impossible to pick a winner. Even if I did make a pick, I wouldn't be doing so with any confidence.
Welcome to Balor Club.
190 pounds, Finn Balor.
One of the most incredible athletes to ever step foot in WWE, Finn Balor. This man is an enigma with a profound skill set that we have never witnessed before. A world-renowned superstar. Former NXT champion, the first ever Universal champion, Finn Balor, ladies and gentlemen, is for real. A truly global superstar, a phenomenon amongst the WWE Universe. Finn Balor posted on social.
There's the bell, the second half of the 6-on-6 Men's Survivor Series matchup is underway. Team SmackDown Live must win this match to advance to the final round 3 matchup against Drew McIntyre from Monday Night Raw. Team Raw can seal the deal with a victory here. Samoa Joe starts things off for SmackDown Live. Dolph Ziggler gets things started for Team Raw. There's a reversal by Ziggler. Punch to the back.
Years later,
reversal
I
by
still
Samoa
get
Joe.
goosebumps when I watch a WWE pay-per-view. It takes me back to when I was a kid.
A suplex by
Joe.
Joe.
Over to watch WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
Ziggler dragged closer to the Team SmackDown Live corner. And in comes the laughing evangelist Gerald. Tagged in by his rival on SmackDown Live, Samoa Joe.
Looking around this arena tonight, there appear to be plenty of youngsters in
And he
attendance.
makes a tag to Rey Mysterio.
With great fondness, much like Byron did when he watched WWE.
Double team attack to Dolph Ziggler.
Don't sleep on the true headline of Saxton's little anecdote there, Cole. He actually said he had friends come over to his house. I think we're going to need to fact check that one, because I'm not buying.
Corner. Gerald tagged back in for another double team attack.
Teamwork at its
Good
best.
teamwork early on by Team SmackDown Live, who of course must win this matchup to have a hope of locking out the winners of the 6-on-6.
He's up against won't back down at any point during this match.
If things don't change in a hurry, this has all the
Submission
makings
locked in
of a
by
fair
Gerald.
evening for him.
Targeting the arm and head of Dolph Ziggler.
He forces his way free.
And reversal by
Man, he
Ziggler.
just has so much resolve. I gotta say, I don't remember the last time I heard a more passionate crowd
into Team
than the
Raw
one we have
corner.
here tonight.
In comes Corey, and for the first time in WITM history, we are going to see Corey and Gerald go head-to-head. Irish up into the ropes by Corey. Spinning back fist, one of the Taekwondo maneuvers in Corey's arsenal. Looking for a savior kick, evaded by Gerald.
This crowd being incredibly
reversal by
passionate here tonight, so are our fans watching at home. In fact, it's because of them I've learned that this match is currently the #1 trend worldwide on social media.
Forces Gerald on the outside, and will
goes to
join
show
him
that
there.
WWE truly is a global phenomenon.
Here we are, guys, more than 3
Reversal
decades
by
after
Gerald.
the WWE helped revolutionize pay-per-view television,
Gerald Roush
and we're
scoring
still
to the
going
steel
strong.
steps.
Only now, unlike back then, the best way to catch a WWE pay-per-view is on the WWE Network.
Gerald came into WITM early in Season 3. Of course, Corey has been around since day 1, but this is the first time these two men meet in the same matchup.
I'd have to agree with you, Michael. The best place to watch pay-per-views is on the WWE Network.
To the gut of Corey.
Also features thousands of hours of programming.
Corey returns the favor with a series of back fists.
Hey, you know what?
Gerald to his feet.
Reality show with us. That would be
reversal by Gerald.
Sitting next to you each week is more than enough, Saxon. There's not enough money on the planet Earth to get me to live in a house with you. Forget it.
Gerald with just a fury of strikes here.
He's looking at
a backbreaker and neckbreaker combo by Gerald.
Going for an encore here.
Corey forced to his feet. Again, forced into that announce table. Gerald in control.
Guys, there's something special about
advantage of that outside ring environment.
WWE pay-per-view. Sure, having a match on Raw or SmackDown is absolutely amazing, but there's nothing quite like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view.
And Gerald, a little bit of damage sustained to that arm, and he tags in Rey Mysterio. Of course, Corey and Rey Mysterio, they faced off at WrestleMania on opposite sides of another elimination tag match.
Michael.
Team Vince and Corey versus the CWO.
But there's also nothing like the pressure of competing on a WWE pay-per-view. A loss here could set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, but Gerald tagged back in for a double team
career changing. Think about
a lot of team work
while the entire
tags
WWE universe
early on by SmackDown Live.
Network,
turned out to be a
it
good
doesn't
strategy
get
for
much
them
better
so
than
far. Corey forces Gerald to his feet. Irish up into the Team Rock corner.
Great moments on pay-per-view over the years. And for me, one of my favorites was watching Kurt Angle's debut match at the 1999
Corey have a mind here with Gerald hanging on the apron.
All my buddies and I gathered around the TV.
Leg drop to the head of Gerald.
Here he goes.
Hanging over that
He's
apron.
looking a little weary.
Corey.
And at this point, that'll have you
hit his signature maneuver, the blackout, targeting every single part of the body of Gerald. Now Corey, I believe,
Kurt Angle's WWE debut. We should note that he defeated Shawn Stasiak that night using his patented angle slam, and from there, the rest is history.
And in comes Rey Mysterio for yet another double
WWE fans may remember Shawn Stasiak's father, Stan Stasiak, who's famous for defeat.
There it is. The
Corey makes the emergency tag to Dolph Ziggler.
In the worst way, Michael.
Ziggler targeting the head of Mysterio.
Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Mysterio reverses with a series of elbows. Irish whip forces Ziggler onto the apron.
Don't do this!
Oh gosh!
Sunset flip!
Mysterio with a huge apron powerbomb.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take
in front of Ziggler's teammate
elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it.
Wow, I thought he was a goner. Ziggler is unstoppable when he's
feeling
by like this.
Comes up big with the reversal. Look at Dalton.
Ziggler with the finisher. I think this is the famous end, Michael.
That should do it, Cole.
And
there's no coming back.
Team Rock going to have a massive advantage here by eliminating
Mysterio.
And kicking out.
No, he powers out immediately.
Still a lot more fight left. We may very well be seeing the finisher here very short.
Rey Mysterio looking for something big.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Launched across the ring for the 619.
Exclamation point on this.
Mysterio going to even the odds for this.
Amazing.
3-3. No, Ziggler wisely gets the knees up.
There's a vicious DDT. I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael.
They call him the show off for a reason. He's showing off
more
there.
Impactful with each passing week, if that's even possible.
To his feet. Irish up into the Team Rock corner. Ziggler telling Mysterio to bring it and taunting him.
In off the tag.
Before bringing in Corey.
That's a great example of team
rope axe handle. Misses with a grapple attempt.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
Drags Corey closer to the Team SmackDown corner.
Comes in off the tag.
And we're going to see Gerald versus Corey once again. stomp to the arm. Corey rolls all the way to avoid the second stomp.
Running STO.
Nicely done.
Gerald hits the running STO and takes a bow.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go forward and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
This is what makes
Reverse
him one of the
DDT
best
by Gerald forces Corey to his feet.
Avoids trouble
there. The big boot, Corey catches his leg and reverses the signature. Gerald responds with another reversal. Corey responds with a reversal and a roundhouse kick. Gerald ends up tumbling to the outside where he'll be joined by Corey as they fight on the outside.
WWE Network subscription. Of course, there's other great matches on this pay-per-view card, but for my money, it doesn't get any better
by Gerald.
Unleashing it.
Backbreaker and neck
time now.
Breaker combo by Gerald.
Oh, he's such a tough target, showing off some of his speed there. I think a lot of people share Corey's earlier sentiment. This match is undoubtedly one of the highlights of this pay-per-view, which Byron is stacked with a series of amazing matches.
Yeah, we get to sit here and call all of them. Sometimes I have to pinch myself. I still can't believe how lucky we are.
The Samoan Smith machine, Samoa Joe. Corey tries to get back to his team's corner, but stopped by
Samoa Joe. Looking a little startled right now.
Corey targets the arm.
It's safe to say that the action so far in this six-man tag team match is exactly what we expected.
Samoa Joe with an enziguri. Showing great ability despite his size. Now submission locked in. They call him the Samoa Submission Machine for a reason. Corey far away from the ropes, but still trying to get there.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way
to break the hold regardless.
We've seen this before.
Corey with the blackout signature maneuver for the second time in this match. He's targeting every part of the body.
With that one.
Corey getting fired up.
Just be the final nail in the coffin. Second time? Sure.
Corey drags Samoa Joe closer to the ring.
Byron, this is without a doubt one of the most stacked pay-per-view cards we've had in recent memory. I'd say it's reminiscent of No Mercy in 2007.
Corey looking for the crossface.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Reversed by Samoa Joe.
Boom! Running STO.
Running STO connects. Corey avoids the stomp. Hits the big boot.
And no luck against Joe there.
Reversal by Samoa Joe.
Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice.
Reversal by Corey, heading to his corner.
In comes Dolph Ziggler.
And makes the tag to Dolph Ziggler. Finn Balor yet to see any action in this matchup.
What are we going to see here?
Hung up,
dropped like a bad habit. The finisher could absolutely end this match, Michael, as you were saying, but it's not a guarantee. Sometimes it takes 2 or even 3 to get the job done, and even then, it's
reversal
not
by
a sure
Ziggler.
bet. A la Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7.
That's my favorite match of all time. Randy Savage landed an amazing 5 top rope elbow drop, but was still unable to put Warrior away. And you know what? He probably
Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggler with the famouser.
Famouser once again by Dolph Ziggler.
The second time
He's getting fired up.
Think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win
versus
and
Joe
move
to his
on.
feet.
There's no need to keep this thing going longer than
Against the
necessary.
jumping arm breaker.
He's playing with him now.
Now Ziggler looking for a finisher.
Dolph Ziggler makes zigzag.
And hits the zigzag.
Over.
The shoulders are down. And he breaks up the pinfall.
And broken up by Rey Mysterio.
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you, bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting
kicks to the head of Ziggler by Samoa Joe,
good idea to do some mid-ring push.
Forces Ziggler onto the outside.
The decision ultimately came back to haunt it.
And it's Dolph Ziggler with the reversal.
Balor getting involved now. Double team attack on
his drop kick.
Samoa Joe.
Let's call it like it is, guys. It doesn't get much bigger than this. A featured match on a major WWE pay-per-view. This is huge for these superstars.
Ziggler forces Joe up against the barricade. And hits strike after strike.
Snapmare.
Now has Joe in a seated position.
Paying extra attention to the neck now.
Corey noted earlier just how big this is for these superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business. This is why they spend those countless hours training a match.
Again, targeting the head of Samoa Joe.
And you can bet all the WWE hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight, hoping it'll be them competing on a WWE pay-per-view in the very near future.
Only one place to go when you're stuck in the fireman's carry.
Yeah, down. And I can tell you it's not a pleasant trick. This really has been an amazing pay-per-view up to this point, which really shouldn't surprise anybody, especially when you stack the card.
Cut by Joe.
Dolph Ziggler turns it around.
Chopper by Ziggler,
And it's
reversal by Joe.
With the reversal.
And Joe sent back into the ring.
He's getting closer, Cole. Oh, and he makes the tag.
To Gerald.
Game changer right there, Michael.
The excitement level is
It's a
incredible.
running cross body. Gerald
It's
made
been
that
that way
comeback
since well
sequence
before
here.
the doors even opened. Earlier this afternoon, WWE.com cameras
And Ziggler makes the emergency tag to Corey. We're going to see Gerald versus Corey for the third time in this matchup. Corey immediately hits a huge roundhouse. Corey out into the team SmackDown corner. Clothesline and Bulldog by Gerald.
Seen this move tonight.
He's low on stamina. Can he keep up the offense?
He hits him with the knee.
Knee dropped by Gerald. Again,
The
still
spotlight's
showing
definitely
that
on these
exhaustion.
superstars here tonight. Anytime you... He's looking at it.
Oh, boy, he
Corey
is
with a
rolling.
reversal. Irish up into the team SmackDown.
Question, he's
corner.
found a burst.
In comes Rey Mysterio.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Attack. We're seeing Rey Mysterio and Gerald use those double team.
He's struggling a bit here. He can't be happy with how this is going right now.
As Michael was saying earlier,
here he goes.
The chop to the chest. Blackout signature maneuver for the
There
third
he
time
goes
in this
again.
matchup.
And there it is, boys. By now, you'd think that would have been better
Reversal
scouted.
by Mysterio. Misses with the stomp. Paying a little tribute to Eddie Guerrero there with that taunt.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
There's an mounted punches, stomp to the arm. Drags Mysterio closer to center ring. And goes back into mounted punches.
At some point, the referee may want to think about
That's
stopping
gonna
this
bust
one
open
before
Rey
somebody
Mysterio
gets
under that mask.
seriously injured.
He's in trouble.
Corey's looking for the crossface.
big move coming. Wait for it.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Here's his moment, Michael.
And Mysterio may have got a rope break or something, and getting out of that finisher very quickly.
Punishing strike.
This is not exactly the area you want to be in.
Here we go
Mysterio
again.
taking too long to execute there, and Corey's
show
able
off.
to reverse with a series of elbows.
Oh, that was a hard shot.
And a
What a
spinning back
strike.
fist. Now Corey somehow struggling to drag Mysterio across the ring.
Regardless of how this one ends, all
So
six of these
he'll just
superstars should be
Irish
proud of
into
this
Team
effort
Raw
here
corner.
tonight.
And there's the tag. Dolph
And make
Ziggler.
the tag to Dolph Ziggler for a double team
Place
tag.
kick by Dolph Ziggler.
He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
He's making a
Ziggler
statement
caught
here with
midair
this
by
attack.
Mysterio. Reversal by Ziggler.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Start to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Ziggler forced to his own corner. Now the Team SmackDown Live
With the
corner.
kick.
And in comes Gerald for yet another double team attack with Rey Mysterio. As Mysterio is going to launch Ziggler
At its best.
halfway across the ring into Gerald, who hits the powerbomb.
You're not going to win many matches absorbing punishment like that.
Ziggler using that rope as a weapon.
Gets the tag.
Bringing in Corey.
Elbow drop.
And now his partner's calling for the tag.
Yeah, he wants to get in on the fun too, you know.
Tagged in.
Gerald makes the tag
Everybody
to
likes a
Samoa Joe.
showman, but I think Samoa Joe might be taking it a little too far here.
Who immediately is looking for a finisher.
Here's Samoa Joe.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like
Corey
this.
Be the first man
You simply can never
count
out Samoa
Joe. 3-on-3.
This is exactly what Joe was waiting for.
No, Corey's able to break the hold.
the hold. Not a moment too soon, Cole.
Irish up into a Team Raw corner.
That's the switch. Dolph Ziggler's in.
In comes Dolph Ziggler for a double team attack and a tag. Irish up into a Team SmackDown Live corner.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Reversal by Ziggler.
And he gets him with the splash.
Man, Ziggler gets out of the way quickly.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less.
Ziggler may be looking for the famous reversed by Samoa Joe.
Joe is in position. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as
but Joe is low on stamina. Can't keep up the offense.
There may be no coming back from that slam, Cole.
Armbar locked in. And Ziggler fights on.
No, he breaks out of it. But does he have enough energy left to get back on the offensive?
Joe forcing to the Team Raw corner. Reversal by Joe.
There he goes, crashing to the
Ziggler
floor.
whipped onto the outside, and he'll be joined by Samoa Joe.
Hooked him up.
Boom, what a slam. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Power slam by Joe. Finn Balor keeping close tabs of the action here.
What incredible power.
Wow, what a
Ziggler slammed into that barricade. Chopped by Joe. Another chop.
He wants no part of the outside.
And Ziggler forced back into the ring.
I don't know about you guys, but it looks to me like these superstars are on their last legs here.
The laughing evangelist Gerald. Ziggler rolls out of the way.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Reversal by Gerald.
The Crimson Mask is now being
And Ziggler
worn by
busted
Dolph
open by
Ziggler
Gerald
after
with that
that.
elbow strike. There's a jab by Gerald. Irish up into the corner.
Gets out of the way of that one.
Ziggler already heavily bleeding.
That was brutal.
Looks like we're going to
Gerald still exhausted. Ziggler's going to make a commercial tag to Finn Balor,
Here, Michael.
who fairly late into this matchup gets his first taste of action.
Behind that chop.
And Finn Balor slips out.
Fresh Finn Balor
Extraordinary
against
elusive.
Gerald, and Balor comes out firing, but here's Gerald with a series of elbows to force Balor.
Yeah, he's not done yet.
Corner. Now a reverse DDT. Gerald still
He's not
exhausted,
going to like this.
but looking for the spear. This will add some damage to Balor very quickly.
He might.
Warm
And
up
it
the
connects.
bus. This one is over.
Peanuts
Is
are
Gerald
usually
going to even the odds for his side and make it 3-3?
And an easy kick out.
Hey,
Balor
guess
very
you never
nearly
know.
making a quick exit from this matchup,
Wow, Finn Balor is
but he
being
powers out at 2.
controlled.
Gerald,
Oh, what's this?
swinging neck breaker again, low
Kinds
on
of trouble.
stamina. Forces Balor to his feet.
Now with complete control. He has something
Irish
big
up into the
planned.
Team SmackDown Live
In
corner.
off the tag.
Yet another double team attack between Rey Mysterio and Gerald.
Man, he's going off here. I don't know if this is by design or if he just lost his mind.
He's in full control now.
And Balor about to eat another finisher.
He's inflicting some serious
The
pain here.
619.
We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
Balor been decimated since entering this matchup,
Only absorb so much of that.
taking a spear from Gerald, now 619 from Rey Mysterio.
Broken up in the match.
But there's Ziggler
continues.
makes the save and avoid the elimination.
Famouser. That's what he was
Famouser.
looking for, Michael.
Ziggler, not the
He's
legal
in
man, but
control.
using a Famouser to take out Samoa
He's
Joe.
in big trouble.
Ziggler using a finisher when he's not even
Stump puller
legal
leg
man for
snap.
his side.
Tear your hamstring.
And yet another double team maneuver between Mysterio
That's a great example
and Gerald.
of teamwork right there.
And Finn Balor's really
forming
taking
quite a
pounding.
tandem.
I don't know how much more Finn Balor has left.
He started this match in great health, but now it seems fatigue has set in.
Finn Balor thought
Balor
an
could
injury
be
to
thinking
become
coup de grace
Universal
here, his
Champion.
finishing
Now
maneuver.
he needs to fight that hard again right now.
Wow. Coup de grace connects.
You guys are.
Finn Balor can draw the
Balor goes for cover. Will Gerald
1, 2.
Be the first man eliminated on his side? Yes, he will. Team Raw now has a huge advantage, up 4-2. Mysterio and Samoa Joe, the last hopes for their team.
That's a big-time powerbomb for him right there.
Even if they win this matchup, they'll have to take on Drew McIntyre, the sole survivor from the first half.
No, reverses it. When this guy's on, look out.
Balor forces Mysterio back into the ring.
We've got to be nearing an elimination soon here, guys.
We may have discovered his favorite move.
If this match heads outside, things can go south real quick.
Balor forced into his own corner. And right back into the Team SmackDown corner.
Tagged in.
In comes Samoa Joe. For a running attack to the head and a kick to the back from Mysterio. Joe looking for the Coquina clutch.
Counter here.
Oh, and a terrific reversal.
Reversed by Balor.
The body can't take much more of that.
Reversal by Balor once again. Stomp to the back.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
He's calling for it.
Balor looking for a finisher once again.
Finn Balor is in position. 19-16.
Samoa Joe isn't looking so hot, guys.
And that will connect. Will Balor score another elimination for his team?
Kick out it.
No, Mysterio
May have been a slow count.
Just when you thought it was over. Wow.
Unleashing it for the second time now.
Comes in off the tag.
And in comes Corey. Who immediately goes into a submission.
This one's getting
targeting
ugly.
the arm
turn away if you
and
have
head of Samoa Joe. And it's locked in well, but Joe is able to break the hold.
Oh, and he finds a way to escape.
Wow. Cole, I think this entire arena had written him off, myself included.
Driven down with a Samoan drop.
Back body drop by Samoa Joe.
Tagged in.
In comes Rey Mysterio. Kick to the gut of
Teams
Mysterio.
working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
There's another. Dolph Ziggler comes in for the tag and a double team attack.
Dolph Ziggler's going.
There it is. The zigzag.
Zigzag connects. Not looking good for SmackDown Live.
2. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was
and
it.
Rey Mysterio very nearly eliminated, but powers out just at the right millisecond.
What are we gonna see here?
Hung up on this neck breaker.
Apron neck breaker by Ziggler.
And Rey Mysterio says not
reversal by Mysterio. Irish up into his team's corner, but Samoa Joe currently out of play.
And Ziggler gets out of the way quickly.
Lightning speed from Dolph.
He's capable of turning it on,
Ziggler
but he's got to make sure
dodging
he
the
doesn't
attacks of
fade fast.
Mysterio.
Neck breaker.
Hits the neck breaker.
In off the tag.
And in comes Corey.
Looks like we might just see the tag. There it is. The
Mysterio
tag
trying to make the
made.
emergency tag to Samoa Joe.
Worst way, Michael.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Reversal by Corey.
Ziggler.
It's the blackout signature maneuver, and that's going to bust open Samoa Joe.
Left, guys.
And will that be enough to secure an elimination? We won't be able to find out because Joe reverses and breaks up the momentum of Corey. Now hits a suplex.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Defeated knees to the head of Corey. And forces Corey back up immediately. Irish up into the corner.
Hooked up in the corner.
Suplex into the SmackDown Live corner.
Tagged in.
In comes Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio looking for... There it is. Rey Mysterio just put the exclamation point on this match.
In position for the 619.
Exclamation point on a match.
Connects and busts open.
What a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Rey Mysterio looking for... He put all his weight behind that splash.
Goes for cover.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will.
Well, that was a close call.
And Corey powers out at 2.
Shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Corey's the last remaining WITM member in this 6-on-6. Mysterio low on stamina, can't keep up the attack.
Elbow drop.
I
can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered
by Mysterio.
Connects with a knee drop.
Knee drop connects, stomp to the arm. Mysterio in firm control at the moment. Corey.
In WWE, there's as much chaos outside the ring as there is inside the ring.
Try working with Saxton at ringside.
Corey forced into his team's corner. In comes Samoa Joe.
Teamwork at its best.
By Corey.
No surprise at how exciting this match has been. This is the kind of action you expect when you see these 6 superstars in the ring.
Corey with a nice reversal, plunging Samoa Joe into the ropes, now looking for the crossface.
He's looking at it.
And it's locked in.
Clearly on a mission here.
Just when you thought he had...
Will this result in another elimination? Yes, it will. Corey eliminates Samoa Joe.
No, he
Rey Mysterio, the last hope for his team.
What is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
4 members remaining of Raw.
Mysterio says, not this time.
Dolph Ziggler, and then
he's really putting his athleticism on
Drew McIntyre from the first half. If Mysterio can somehow get through all 3,
going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we
have to go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Corey once again in 619 position.
And look, it hung up on the second. Get in there, ref.
For it right now. Instead, plunging that very bloody head of Corey into the rope.
And here's Ziggler showing some serious attitude.
In comes Dolph Ziggler.
And in comes Dolph Ziggler.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Irish whip forces Mysterio onto the apron.
Crashing to the floor.
Punch is going to send him outside.
And Rey Mysterio says,
catches the leg.
This time. It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over.
Reversal by Ziggler.
No question, he's found a burst.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Whoa, he lets him out.
Ziggler in 619 position.
There we go again.
And it connects.
Now it's time to capitalize.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Mysterio electing not to head to the top rope to try to dive and go for the cover.
High risk.
Now he will head to the top.
He's lining him up.
Rey Mysterio
looking for something big.
Are you kidding me? The Dragon
connects and goes for cover.
It's over, guys.
3.
Dolph Ziggler has been eliminated.
Boom! What a drop kick.
Mysterio still keeping hopes alive for his side. Already scoring the unlikely elimination over Ziggler. Now heads to the top rope, looking to do the same to Corey. If he can do that, suddenly Team SmackDown Live is right back in. But cut down by Balor.
Knocked right off the apron.
Corey forces Mysterio to his feet. Mysterio catches the leg. and turns it into a single leg Boston Crab.
No, it's not over yet.
Wow, part of me thought he was going to tap, Cole.
Corey is able to reverse.
Both
by Mysterio.
Ragged right now, guys.
Being confident, wants the WWE Universe.
And just like that, this move is leading the charge.
Drop.
And a pin attempt.
Goes for cover.
2. And he got a near fall.
Corey powers out at 2.
Not yet. An amazing match so far, guys, but it looks to me
slamming that very blade head of Corey into that top turnbuckle. Corey avoids the stomp.
We've got to be nearing an elimination soon here, guys.
Finn Balor for a tag and double team attack.
Look how quick. Hooked up. And that slam put him in a bad way, guys.
Set up powerbomb by Balor. Is this going to finish things off? No, Mysterio fights on, powering out at 2.
Warrior here tonight.
Balor forces Mysterio to his feet.
Cross the shoulders, up and gut check.
Backstabber by Balor. Stomp to the leg. Submission.
He releases it.
And you can debate
Mysterio got a rope.
That would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
Now it's Balor slamming the head of Mysterio repeatedly into that top turnbuckle. Roush up into the ropes.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a 6-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Dragged by Mysterio.
Boy, he is rolling.
It starts to feel like a broken record with that move.
Mysterio has Balor in 619 position.
Possibly be right now for Finn Balor.
619 connects. Can Mysterio put SmackDown Live right back in
Rey
it?
Mysterio looking for something. There it is. Rey Mysterio just put the
his second elimination
on this match.
Low on stamina. Can he capitalize? Goes for cover.
Cover for the win.
This is it.
And he breaks up the count.
Corey breaks it up just in
going right for the chin.
Now Mysterio goes to work on Corey.
And
That's Balor's
slips out of harm's way.
Extraordinary elusivity.
Balor forces Mysterio up.
The intensity of this match has been incredible. Gets the tag.
Mysterio forced into the Team Raw corner. Corey tagged in.
These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now.
Well, that's one way to surprise it.
Corey showing some rare acrobatics there. And a fist drop to the head of Mysterio.
Both teams working well here
for the WWE Universe.
The case in a 6-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas stomp their way into the action.
Kick to the back. Roush up into the corner.
Set him up.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Russian leg sweep connects. Corey forces Mysterio to his feet.
Here we go.
Going for the blackout signature mover.
Again. Wow, what a gritty performance. Just in case you didn't see it the first few times.
Submission locked in. Is this going to seal the deal for Team Raw?
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward
still,
victory.
Somehow, Mysterio fights on, and Corey is low.
He has him right where he wants him.
Looking for the crossface.
I think this is the beginning of the end.
That's a brutal way
to that bloodied head of Mysterio. Mysterio taps out, and Corey is going to seal the deal.
6-man tag match.
Team Raw takes both halves. They take the 6-on-6 traditional Survivor Series matchup, and Corey is going to be the man who seals the deal
highlights
for
of
Team
that
Raw
all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here are your winners, Dolph Ziggler, Corey, and Finn Balor.
Dominating tap-out victory here. This was all about one competitor's refusal to lose. When you see that, you have no choice but to respect it.
Matches like that are the reason why I love this job so much.
So Corey hasn't been on Raw for 3 weeks, but perhaps sealing the deal will improve for Team Raw, will improve his standing with Raw General Manager Baron Corbin. Team Raw picks up the victory. They take a 3-2 lead at Survivor Series.
Survivor Series main event. Singles action coming your way.
And now it's Universal Champion Dean Ambrose versus Monday Night Raw versus WWE Champion AJ Styles of SmackDown Live. If Ambrose wins, Raw wins Survivor Series. If Styles wins, it will be 3-3, and they will be dead even. And Raw takes Survivor Series. Ambrose, the Universal Champion from Raw, defeats AJ Styles, the WWE Champion from SmackDown Live. Alright, it's what gives quite a matchup. Exciting every way through. Took about, not counting entrances and the intro to the episode, about 2 hours of pure in-ring action to decide a winner, and it's Team Raw taking the victory. Now after all that action, how do those results affect the rankings on Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live? Let's find out. We'll start off with the Cruiserweight division, which saw Lince Dorado remain Cruiserweight champion, defeating Mustafa Ali. Dorado remains champion. Ali falls to number 3, so the Cruiserweight champion is Lince Dorado. Number 1 contender, Lio Rush. Number 2, TJP. Number 3, Mustafa Ali. Number 4, Buddy Murphy. Number 5, Tony Nese. Number 6, Kalisto. Number 7, Andrew Spudstrong. Number 8, Noam Dar. Number 9, Akira Tozawa. Number 10, Mike Kanellis. Number 11, Drew Gulak. Number 12, Hideo Itami. Number 13, Brian Kendrick. Number 14, Cedric Alexander. Number 15, Graham Metalik. Number 16, Aria Davari. And number 16, Jack Gallagher. Next up, the women, starting with the Raw women. Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha Banks defeated Naomi, Carmella, Asuka, Mandy Rose in the women's traditional elimination tag match. Bayley is already number 1 contender. Tamina moves up to number 2. Nia Jax moves up to number 8. And Sasha Banks moves up to number 9. So the Raw Women's Rankings, champion Natalya, number 1 contender Bayley, number 2 Tamina, number 3 Ronda Rousey, number 4 Mickie James, number 5 Ember Moon, number 6 Ruby Riott, number 7 Sarah Logan, number 8 Nia Jax, number 9 Sasha Banks, number 10 Alicia Fox, number 11 Dana Brooke, and number 12 Liv Morgan. For the SmackDown women, they took the loss. Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha Banks defeated Naomi, Carmella, Asuka, and Mandy Rose of SmackDown Live. Rose moves down to number 3. Carmella moves down to number 7. Asuka and Naomi remain number 8 and number 9. The SmackDown Women's Champion is Sonya Deville. Number 1 contender Charlotte Flair. Number 2 Peyton Royce. Number 3 Mandy Rose. Number 4 Becky Lynch. Number 5 Billie Kay. Number 6 Lana. Number 7 Carmella. Number 8 Asuka. Number 9 Naomi. Now, the Raw and SmackDown singles divisions. We'll start off with the Intercontinental Championship. Drew McIntyre, Dalton, Roush, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Corey, Finn Balor defeated Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon, Miz, Samoa Joe, Gerald, and Rey Mysterio from SmackDown Live. Corey becomes the #1 contender to the Intercontinental title. And that was the only... So no other changes there. Lashley's the Intercontinental Champion, #1 contender, Corey. #2, No Way Jose. #3, Mojo Rawley. #4, Apollo Crews. #5, Jinder Mahal. #6, Elias. #7, Tyler Breeze. #8, Titus O'Neil. #9, Zack Ryder. And #10, Kurt Hawkins. And the Universal title rankings. Dalton remains #1 contender. Balor moves up to #2. And Strowman moves up to #4. All on the winning team, Raw. The Universal Champion, Dean Ambrose. #1 contender, Dalton Roush. #2, Finn Balor. #3, Seth Rollins. #4, Braun Strowman. And #5, Baron Corbin. Now over on SmackDown singles divisions. And the men on the losing side for Team SmackDown: Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon, The Miz, Samoa Joe, Gerald, and Rey Mysterio. Gerald falls to #2. Jeff Hardy falls to #6. And so the U.S. title rankings: the champion is Shelton Benjamin. #1 contender, Rusev. #2, Gerald. #3, Big Show. #4, Aiden English. #5, R-Truth. #6, Jeff Hardy. #7, Andrade Cien Almas. And the WWE title rankings: Mysterio falls to #5. Miz falls to #4. Joe remains at #6. The WWE Champions AJ Styles. #1 contender, Randy Orton. #2, Shinsuke Nakamura. #3, Daniel Bryan. #4, The Miz. #5, Rey Mysterio. And #6, Samoa Joe. Also, one change to make before we move on to SmackDown, or to our next show. Charlotte Flair is now a heel, following the events of the real-life Survivor Series. Her brutally attacking Ronda Rousey after the matchup. And also, before we skip ahead to Monday Night Raw and reveal our matchups for tomorrow night's episode, it is time to update you on the WITM 5 power rankings. So let me just calculate those a moment. And head over to my handy dandy percentage calculator to calculate the winning percentages of all 5 WITM members. So Dalton Roush has won 16 out of 23 matches. That gives him a win percentage of 69.5%. Andrew Spudstrong has won 18 out of 29 matches. That gives him a win percentage of 62% even. Ayat Master has won 7 out of 13 matches. That gives him a win percentage of 53.8%. Gerald has won 9 out of 25 matches. That gives him a win percentage of exactly 36%. And Corey has won 11 out of 28 matches. That gives him a win percentage of 39.2%. So that means the WITM standings are now as follows. We'll start from the bottom and work our way to the top. Falling to 5th place following Survivor Series is Gerald. He has a record of 9-16 and a win percentage of 36%. Moving up to 4th place is Corey with a record of 11-17 and a win percentage of 39.2%. And 3rd place is Ayat Master with a record of 7-6-1 and a win percentage of 53.8. In 2nd place, Andrew, with a record of 18-11-3 and a win percentage of 62%. And in 1st place, Dalton Roush with a record of 16-7-1 and a win percentage of 69.5%. Now we can move on to Monday Night Raw. Will we see Corey and Dalton Roush in action on Raw, fresh off the heels of the Team Raw victory at Survivor Series? And Dalton Roush will be in action once again, along with 2 of his Team Raw partners. I'm actually going to edit that because, yeah, Ziggler and McIntyre are a heel team teaming up with a face, and Gable and Roode are a face team teaming up with a heel. So I'm actually going to switch that a bit. I'm going to put Dalton with Roode and Gable, and Ambrose with Ziggler and McIntyre. There we go. Now the teams make sense. 3 heels versus 3 faces. So Ziggler, McIntyre, and Dalton are going to go straight from 6-man elimination tag matches to a traditional 6-man tag match on Raw. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre teaming with the Universal Champion Dean Ambrose to take on the tag team of Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, and the winner of the WWE World Cup, Dalton Roush, in 6-man tag action. Will Corey be in action as well? No, he will not for the 4th straight Raw. Despite sealing the win for Team Raw at Survivor Series, Corey will not be in action, but we do have that 6-man tag. Ziggler, McIntyre, and Ambrose versus Gable, Roode, and Dalton Roush. So that is going to do it for episode number 11 of WITM, a 2.5 hour long stream. If you made it through the whole thing and you're still here, I definitely appreciate it. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. Check out the links in the description, the first being the WITM website, where you can find all kinds of WITM information, including how to become a WITM member yourself. Check out the WITM Twitter for all the latest WITM news, announcements, and updates. Until episode number 12 tomorrow night, with more 6-man tag action, this time non-elimination, traditional tag team match. Ziggler, McIntyre, and the Universal Champ Dean Ambrose versus Gable, Roode, and Dalton Roush. This is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.